In 2000, the Republican nomination George W. Bush wins against the Democratic nomination Al Gore. In 2004, the incumbent George W. Bush wins against the Democratic nomination John Kerry. In 2008, the Democratic nomination Barack Obama wins against the Republican nomination John McCain.
On September 11, 2001, a terrorist group based out of the Middle East hijacked planes and flew two of them into the World Trade Center. The reaction to the destruction and loss of 2,996 innocent Americans was enough to send troops into the Middle East in order to search and destroy weapons of mass destruction. Alto Mexicano! America!
In 2010, the highest number in American history, nearly 14 million new immigrants, legal and illegal, settled in the country from 2000 to 2010, making it the highest decade of immigration in American history. With nearly 12 million immigrants, Mexico is by far the top immigrant seeding country, accounting for 29% of all immigrants and 29% growth in the immigrant population from 2000 to 2010.
On April 26, 2000, Vermont becomes the first state in the U.S. to legalize civil unions and registered partnership between same-sex couples. On May 18, 2004, Massachusetts becomes the first state to legalize gay marriage. The court finds the prohibition of gay marriage unconstitutional because it denies the dignity and equality of individuals. In the following 6 years, New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Iowa, and Washington, D.C. will follow.
Affirmative. The rover has landed on Mars.
In 2005, Hurricane Katrina caused major destruction along the Gulf of Mexico from Florida to Texas. Effects of the hurricane are still felt today, and many relief efforts are being done to help out those in need.
President Bush, what are you going to do about Katrina?
We're gonna find her, and we are gonna bring Katrina to justice.
The top industries during the 2000s was the auto industry, fabricated metals, and the chemical industry. The average unemployment rate from 2003 to 2009 was 6.3%.
The Virginia Tech massacre occurred on April 16, 2007. A student from the school shot and killed 32 people in one attack, and in a different attack injured 17.
The earlier 2000s consisted of mostly positive economic growth in the U.S. During 2007, though, the housing market took large losses, which in turn made people lose faith in the financial markets. In January 2007, reports that the sales of new and existing homes declined in the biggest drop since 1990. Housing and credit market concerns led to large Dow drops. During the rest of 2007, banks and the government worked together to try and restore confidence in the job market.
Senator McCain, where do you stand on the financial recovery plan?
I believe that we should analyze the situation and act quickly and responsibly in order to fix the situation. Thanks.
Senator Obama, where do you stand on the financial recovery plan?
Well, we plan to set regulations on businesses and help lower taxes for middle-income families. Thank you.
On November 4, 2008, California voters approved Proposition 8, making same-sex marriage in California illegal. On October 28, 2009, the Matthew Shepard Act is passed by Congress and signed into law by President Obama. The measure expands the 1969 U.S. federal hate crime law to include crimes motivated by a victim's actual or perceived gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. On August 4, 2010, a federal judge in San Francisco decides that gays and lesbians have the constitutional right to marry and that Prop 8 is unconstitutional.
In 2000, the United States women's soccer team won 6 tournament titles and won a silver medal at the 2000 Summer Olympics. In 2004, the U.S. men's basketball team won bronze, and in 2008, the U.S. men's basketball team won gold. In the 2008 Olympics, Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals in 8 different events.
Go.
On your marks. Get set. Go!
In 2000, the Supreme Court decided on the case of Bush v. Gore, which ended the ballot recount in Florida and assured Bush the presidency. In 2002, the court decided on the case of Owasso Independent School District versus Falvo on the side of Owasso Independent School District, saying that students grading each other's papers does not violate the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. In 2002, the Supreme Court decided on the case of Board of Education versus Earls on the side of the Board of Education, stating that random drug testing for competitive extracurricular activity. In the case of Grutter v. Bollinger, stating that the court upholds affirmative action at the University of Michigan Law School because it promotes class diversity. In 2004, the Supreme Court decided on Elk Grove v. Nudo on the side of Elk Grove, stating that the words "under God" can remain in the pledge and does not violate the separation of church and state.
In 2002, Russia and the United States signed the Moscow Treaty, also known as SORT, or the Strategic Offensive Reductions Treaty, which limited the nuclear arsenals of both countries. Then, in 2005, the Dominican Republic and Central America signed a free trade agreement which expanded on the North American Free Trade Agreement.
George Bush is a Republican and was the President of the United States from 2000 to 2008. Dick Cheney served as his vice president during his 2 terms. Barack Obama became the first African American president elected in the election of 2008. Hillary Clinton ran for the Democratic nomination for president in 2008 and was later selected as Obama's Secretary of State. Nancy Pelosi became the first woman to serve as the Speaker of the House. John McCain is a Republican and ran against Obama in the election of 2008. And Sarah Palin was the governor of Alaska from 2006 to 2009 and was the first Republican woman nominated for vice president.
Both Bush and Obama emphasized the need for comprehensive energy reform and proposed increased funding for research and development of renewable sources of energy such as hydrogen power, nuclear power, ethanol, and clean coal technologies.
The popular literature during the 2000s were the Hunger Games series, the Twilight series, the Harry Potter series, the Da Vinci Code, and the Kite Runner.
In 2001, the U.S. Patriot Act was passed to prevent terrorist attacks by monitoring phone calls and internet usage.